Hypocrisy is a topic that the Bible addresses in various ways across both the Old and New Testaments. The Bible is often considered a moral compass, providing guidance on how one should live an upright and virtuous life. This article aims to explore what the Bible has to say about hypocrisy, a vice that is strongly denounced in the Scriptures. What is hypocrisy? Before diving into the biblical perspective, it's important to define what hypocrisy is. Generally, hypocrisy involves professing beliefs, feelings, or virtues that one does not actually possess. It is a form of deceit where one pretends to be something they are not. Old Testament views. Isaiah 29 verse 13. The prophet Isaiah addresses hypocrisy in his book, stating, "The Lord says, these people come near to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their worship of me is based on merely human rules they have been taught." This passage highlights the empty rituals and lip service that people sometimes offer to God, actions that are meaningless if they aren't backed by genuine devotion. New Testament views. Matthew 6 verse 5. In the New Testament, Jesus Christ is one of the most outspoken critics of hypocrisy. In the Sermon on the Mount, he says, "And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others." Jesus calls out those who make a public display of their religiosity but lack sincerity, indicating that God values the intent behind actions more than the actions themselves. Matthew 23 verses 27 and 28. In another instance, Jesus uses strong language to condemn the Pharisees, a religious group known for their piety. "Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside but on the inside are full of the bones of the dead and everything unclean. In the same way, on the outside, you appear to people as righteous but on the inside, you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness." Here, Jesus likens the Pharisees to whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside but corrupt within, emphasizing the depth of their hypocrisy. Romans 2 verses 21 to 23. The Apostle Paul also addresses this issue in his letter to the Romans. "You, then, who teach others, do you not teach yourself? You who preach against stealing, do you steal? You who say that people should not commit adultery, do you commit adultery? You who abhor idols, do you rob temples?" Paul calls out the hypocrisy of those who preach virtue but fail to practice it, emphasizing that one's actions should align with their teachings. Conclusion. The Bible strongly condemns hypocrisy across both the Old and New Testaments. From the prophets like Isaiah to New Testament figures like Jesus and Paul, the message is clear: God values sincerity and genuine devotion over empty rituals and lip service. Hypocrisy not only deceives others but is also a form of self-deception that distances individuals from God. The call is for integrity, consistency, and authenticity in one's relationship with God and fellow humans.